I'm Jim Metzler of Ashton, Metzler & Associates. I want to start by talking about the mantra we always hear about aligning IT with business. The reality is that business unit managers see value in IT coming primarily from the applications they use to run their business units. Hence, effective application performance management is an important way for IT to add value. However, application performance management is a double-edged sword. Do it well, and you add business value. Do it badly, and the company loses revenues. I want to talk about two important IT metrics. Research that I did indicates that in the majority of times that the performance of an application is beginning to degrade, that degradation is noticed first by the end user and not by the IT organization. That research also indicates that the management task that IT organizations are most interested in getting better at is rapidly identifying the cause of degraded application performance. So you can ask, what's the obstacle relative to getting better at application performance management? The obstacle is not that IT organizations don't have enough management data to identify performance problems. The obstacle is that IT has an ocean of data coming from the continually growing number of business transactions, plus a complex distributed IT infrastructure that's both physical and virtual, and which is increasingly provided by one or more third-party cloud computing vendors. Now, is this ocean of data problem unique to IT? Again, no. The challenge of having oceans of data is common in the business world, and the business world is usually called big data. Now, the phrase big data refers to having data sets that are so large and complex that it's difficult, if not impossible, to process and analyze them using traditional techniques. So now, are we applying big data analytics to IT? Well, in IT, we don't use the phrase big data or big data analytics, as the business problems and the IT problems are somewhat different. And in fact, there are several forms of IT-related analytics. The one that I'm going to be discussing I'll refer to as application behavior analytics. Now, application behavior analytics has several components. A key component is to automatically learn from live data what is normal behavior. Normal for day of week, Tuesday is different from Sunday, week of the quarter, week 12 is different from week 3, and year-end close. This live data needs to come from a wide variety of sources, including the applications, networks, the infrastructure, mainframes, databases, cloud providers, a wide variety. Now, another key component is to implement sophisticated statistical techniques to find situations which deviate from normal and to identify the cause of that abnormality. By the way, change can be good. If you increase bandwidth, you expect to see improved performance. So what's new here? By using application behavior analytics, you now get a complete view of the end user experience by gathering and analyzing data from the underlying transactions as well as from the infrastructure, whether that's physical or virtual, mainframe or server, traditional or cloud. Now, in terms of how it works, application behavior analytics can determine when one component starts to slow down, and that slowing down causes a different metric to spike. These two metrics are combined into a single anomaly, graded relative to how much of a deviation it is, and presented to the IT ops personnel. Now, as mentioned, application behavior analytics to be effective, it has to tie several data sources. Again, applications, mainframe, infrastructure, cloud. But it also needs to be supported by related technology, such as direct visibility into the browser side or the client side of the transaction to understand how much delay is occurring there. Now, in closing, the performance of the IT function in general and their ability to do effective application performance management in particular has a significant impact on business processes, both good and bad. IT organizations have an ocean of management data coming from myriad sources. Sorting through all that management data requires that IT organizations adopt a similar approach to big data analytics that's being adopted by the majority of business managers. And the approach that I discussed earlier, referred to as application behavior analytics, gathers data from myriad sources, performs sophisticated statistical analysis, and gives IT a complete view of application performance and end user experience. Now, I appreciate your attention today, and I hope this video was helpful.